Have you ever been wronged? Have you ever been the victim of somebody else's hate? Do you have someone that you need to forgive? Well, good, because on today's video, we're going to be talking about the importance and the many benefits of forgiveness and why it is detrimental to your overall happiness to let go of grudges. All right, let's get right to it. All right, here we go. Reasons why holding grudges is detrimental to your health and your overall happiness, and why forgiveness, on the flip side, is a much better option. So, number one is that holding grudges is a complete and utter waste of time. Think about it. There is literally no point and no end to holding grudges. Someone wronged you in the past, yes. It might be horrible, yes. It might be very difficult to forgive, yes. Whether or not you forgive the person, life goes on. So you yourself holding that grudge is affecting nobody but you. There is no end to it, and there's definitely no positive end to it. Therefore, don't waste your time holding grudges, and instead, use your time more wisely, like being creative. All right, and number two kind of works off of number one, and that is, since holding grudges has no point and no end, it is therefore
a complete and huge, utter waste of energy.
So we are literally wasting our time and energy focusing on these grudges when we should be letting them go, freeing us up to think about more positive things. Even though humans like to say that we're good at multitasking, we're not. We can only focus on one thing at a time. You can't focus on both being negative and positive simultaneously. It just doesn't work that way. So, if you're being negative, you can't be positive. So stop holding grudges, stop being negative, and free up your time and your brain and your mind to be more positive. Alright, so the third reason you should let go of grudges is that it is only hurting you. The subject of your anger or resentment, or the person that needs to be forgiven, may not have any clue that you're harboring all this anger toward them. They may not actually feel any guilt whatsoever on what they did to you, and thus it is only hurting you, only affecting you. But the flip side to that is that once you are able to forgive, you will free yourself from those chains that was binding you to the subject or object of your anger. Hurry up, car, hurry up, car. All right, and that brings us to number four. And number four is a reminder that our thoughts make up who we are. Again, our thoughts make up our experiences make up our life is who we are. So, don't be defined by negative things. Don't be defined by the grudges and the hatred that you hold inside. Instead, be defined by the forgiveness and the love that you often show others. Because we are meant to be examples of Christ's love. So don't forget, don't hold grudges. Let it go. Christ forgave everyone, so let's try to do the same. So, when you do start to think more positively, you become a more positive person, which in turn will help you with your current relationships, and it'll aid you in getting even more friends. People tend to prefer other happy and positive people. It's way easier to make friends with someone who's happy and positive, rather than trying to make friends with someone who's down in the dumps. All right. Make sense? Once you start improving your thoughts and thinking more positively, it'll help you on your mental psyche and your overall spirit. Your relationship with God will be better, and your brain and body will thank you for it as well, because forgiveness has physiological benefits. Alright, so number five was actually a surprise to me. But during my research, I learned that if you hold on to grudges, it can make your chronic or physical pain even worse. It multiplies it. That's wild. So yeah, absolutely crazy. But if you have some kind of chronic pain, like back pain or something like that, and you're holding on to grudges, they say your back pain will be worse than if you were to let go of those grudges and practice forgiveness. Isn't that crazy? All right. And finally, number six, the last reason to not hold on to grudges and to practice forgiveness is that negativity broods more negativity. So if you're holding on to grudges, then you're obviously thinking negatively, which is just going to bring more negativity to your life. Do you see a common theme in my videos? You gotta think positive, people. Retrain your brain from being negative to being positive. We don't have to be the victims of our own terrible thoughts. Fight the devil when he tries to tell you you're worthless. Stand up for yourself. You are made in God's image. Never forget that. And one more note, when you're forgiving somebody of something, it doesn't mean that you forgive the act. What you're really saying is, I am hurt. I understand that you hurt me. What you did was terrible and was wrong. But I realize that that mistake or action doesn't define you. And you are more than that. And I am determined to no longer be held captive by this. So I forgive you. I release you. And I do not need you to heal. I'm going to begin healing myself. With the help of Christ Jesus, of course. All right, guys. You start doing these things. Let go of grudges, practice forgiveness, let's be happy and stay positive, and I'll see you next time. All right. You are what you consume. But in my research, I learned, when I was a kid on a moped or something, dirt bike, driving me nuts. I learned that but during my research, go away.